Hey, good morning everybody. It's 7 in the morning on a Saturday and the city's coming alive. I'm at Sukhumvit at the top of Soi 24 right under the Prom-Pong BTS. All the different street food stands are cooking up and getting ready for the grab and go. And there goes the ice delivery man. This is the top of Soi 24 and LAK Massage right on the corner. I'm going to continue walking down the way past my street of Soi 26. Maybe we'll take a little peek up Soi 28. And these are my stairs, the Prom-Pong on my side of the street. From here to my condo, kind of halfway up Soi 26. I think it's an 8-minute walk. There's a pharmacy right here on the right and a 7-Eleven. A clinic, BLEZ clinic, fast service, Japanese and English support. It says things like health checkup for your work permit, and I'm sure they could do basic blood work and all these type of things. So here's the pharmacy. Then a dental clinic. And I think it's a Chinese bank, UOB. Soi 24 and a half is to the right, and then Soi 26. Then let's go up to Soi 28. Now this Soi 24 and a half is an interesting street with, I always call it hanky-panky massage going on. Here's the motor taxi stand. Normally there's like 10 bikes standing by. If I'm feeling lazy or it's raining, they'll run me down to my condo. I think Boone, my girlfriend, usually pays 10 baht. I always hand them a 20, just keep it. She hands them a 10 baht coin, but there's a difference, I think, between Prong and a local Thai. I don't really mind paying the 20 baht, but looking down the way you see Candy, Super Premium, Boss, Magic, Angel Massage, Snow White, Love. There's a Vietnamese barber shop that does all that candle wax, pulling the wax out of your ears and nose. I'm okay with my little nose trimmer, but if you want the hot wax treatment, I think that's part of the Vietnamese barbershop experience. So this is my Soi 26. We're gonna walk up the way, take a look at Soi 28. And across the street, right about over there, is, I think it's called Miracle Mall. You'll find a 24-hour Tops Market. And behind Miracle is my good friend Stella's Secret Bar. It's in between Soi 41 and 43. You can get to it either way. It's just the alley behind the shopping center. So here on the right, I've passed two Thai places. This Concept Clinic, I'm not sure what that is about. There's a lot of like Botox and these type of clinics. All day tattoo. And this is some kind of clothing store. Kiss me karaoke. Japanese snack bar. There's a lot of these Japanese karaoke and snack bars in the area. This is a fancy music shop, Peterson. There's pianos in there and stand-up bass. And this little area of Prom-Pong has a ton of, I'll call it like interior decorator items. This is like a lamp store. There's 2 or 3. Across the way is a few couch stores. Bangkok does a pretty good job of putting all the interior decorators in, within a couple of square blocks. There's another block, it's all plumbing shops. This is a used bookstore. They also have CDs and all kinds of things in there. There's usually a ton of books out here, like whatever it is, a dollar book section. And this lobster main kitchen, I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. I would assume lobster, but different types of food. Another healthcare, Path Lab. Go get some basic blood work. Right there is the 24-hour tops market. It's not as big as a Big C or a Lotus, but it's a good size grocery store. And this is another interior. It says interior design and built-in curtain furniture, wallpaper, carpet. I assume this is a restaurant. I don't even know. No, that's the name of the curtain upholstery shop. I know there's another lighting place right on the corner. At least there used to be. Yeah, it looks like they are gone or just have the blinds down. This used to be like chandeliers hanging. Now here it is, Sukhumvit Soi 28. My buddy, he lived in this building, the address, for a year. Pretty popular building. And right on the right here, famous YouTuber, and I just saw him on HBO the other day with his food show, Mark Wiens. Okay, it's gone. See this this right here, painted red, white, and blue. There's a sign up top there. It says Sweet Kitty Ice Cream. Mark Wiens had, it was called like Burger Mark down below. It was a really good burger, but I don't know if he wasn't happy with the quality. It was open, I had the burger, and then it disappeared, or it said, we'll be back soon for restructuring. Then he also opened this Sweet Kitty. I think the Sweet Kitty was a Mark Wiens deal. I don't know. But now it's whatever, Pad Thai down below. I'll have to give that a try. I like Pad Thai. But Mark Wiens has Ped Mark up by the Ekamai bus station, and there's another Ped Mark, I think Ped Mark 2, up by Samiti J. Is it Samiti J? Hospital on Soi 49. So he's a restaurateur, but he also has at least 1 million, if not more, followers on his YouTube channel. And again, he had some type of cooking show on HBO the other day. I see a couple of monks coming down the way. They're usually out making their rounds, hitting all the street food stands and all, and trading blessings for food to take back to the Wat. Here's a little spa and massage center. Once Upon a Thai, another massage and spa, 10 a.m. to midnight. These are a little like higher end. I'm not sure what this GV is. I always assumed this was some kind of private residence. I don't know. I see a couple of vans in there. Maybe it's like a retreat or something. The thing about this street and several others in this area, they dead end down the way. So there's no traffic here. You're 2 minutes from the chaotic Sukhumvit, but then you come back here and your condo's just kind of tucked away in a little quiet oasis. I don't mind busy Sukhumvit and the traffic and the ambulances and all that. I don't mind it at all, but it's kind of nice to walk down that street and all its chaos and then walk up your street, and it's just a nice tree lined quiet little walk home. Again, this is part of that GV. There's 2 security guards in there. Sometimes you're walking by one of these things and then you find out it's the ambassador to France's residence or something like that. Sometimes they're flying the colors, sometimes they're not, flag-wise. And the Pia Residence 28. Nice sized balconies. People make fun of me about judging an apartment by its balcony, but there aren't too many large balconies out there attached to a little tiny 30-meter apartment. My apartment's 52 meter, and these balconies are twice as big as mine. Again, there's just some large private homes. And I know there's even some smaller homes here on the left. I'm going to take you to the end of the street. You can see the lady sweeping down there. That's the end. But there's a couple of they appear to be like 10-unit apartment buildings. people, including myself, kind of gravitate to these high rises, and all that's good and fine, but there's other options, other smaller buildings around town that, like maybe even this, if this is a smaller apartment building, that might have a perfect solution to your apartment needs. They're probably not, well, they're definitely not going to have a pool and a gym, anything like that, but I've been up this street a few times. I happen to know right here at the end of these road cones, you can take a right, and there's a bunch more homes down there, and there's a spa at the very end. I'm not going to do it right now, but yeah, like this building, I don't know if that's an 8-plex or something like that, but interesting architecture. If you were to lucky enough to have one of these units up here, it looks like they have a little outdoor area. Kind of cool. I'll just show you a quick peek down that little side. So, okay, there's not as much down there as I thought. There is the spa at the end. I think it's a spa. And there's a private home there on the right. Private home here. A couple of kitties standing guard. And that's that building that, yeah, I don't know what it is, but once again, I like the size of those balconies. And that's about it. That's Soi 28. So let's get back on Sukhumvit, and we'll walk up to Soi 30. I think there's a 30 and a 30/1. I can't remember. I've been out filming for a while, and I didn't bring a battery. I'm looking at 22% left of battery. So let's at least take a look at Soi 30. Then I'm probably dead. And that's a peek at the side of the address building. It has all the signs of an infinity pool on the roof, but I'm not entirely positive. It might just be a rooftop hangout, lookout. That across the way is Soi 43. You can also get to my friend Stella's bar from 43 or 41. Just walk up, not even 100 feet, and you'll see a little alley with, there's a bunch of little Japanese bars, and Stella's secret bar. It's right, actually closer to 43 than 41. Here's Ming's. I think that's a little restaurant here, right next to. No, it's another furniture store. Like I say, this is the decorators area of town. I don't know what this is. Pie shop, tea room, comfort food. Okay. And another furniture store. Right where that car is coming out. I believe that's Soi 30. Yes. More Japanese food. I think 2 Japanese restaurants, and Soi 30 is the same length as Soi 28, which isn't long at all. Okay, some street food happening. Big part of the Thai culture. A little dancing going on the left. Not exactly sure what this Nika bar. I always assumed it was a. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a fancy Japanese restaurant. It used to be a little dive shop. Yeah, there it is up on the left. Well, here's the Live Well apartment building. Somewhat basic accommodations, but if you're okay with, or if you're trying to live on a tighter budget, but you still want to stay central Bangkok, there are plenty of options for you. It's not going to be the Le Raffine 100,000 baht Soi 39, but you can get it done. And this dive shop, what's it called? Something terminal. Hive terminal. Dive terminal. Makes sense. It's a dive shop. I'm getting a little tired. I've been out filming since 4 in the morning. Just pulling an all-nighter here for you. Some Indian food, House of Spices. Gloria Cafe. And it looks like we have some construction happening on the right here. So another apartment building on the way. Oh, I like this building. I forgot about it. The TBI Towers. Really nice looking sized units. And the building next door is also beautiful. Let me get the name here in a second. Right, the name is the GM Mansion. You can also access this Pia residence, which was over on Soi 28 and on Soi 30. It runs in between the two. I think we have a couple of private residences on the right and left, and that I'm going to walk down there just to verify, but that apartment building at the very end, if I'm not mistaken, it's not my Soi 26. One of the streets, including 26, just winds around in this back area. That's why these streets all dead end right here, and my 26 forks off in three different directions in the back. Then it turns into like Soi 32, I think. So 26 and 32 kind of hog up this whole back area. Soi 28, Soi 30, Soi 30 and a half. They're all these little half streets. It's kind of an interesting little 3-story building, but yeah, nothing else really back here. I am dying on the battery, or the battery's going to die here, so I will show you one thing. There are 3 buildings on Soi 30 and a half. It's either the Waterford or Waterford Diamond. I mixed, there's 2 buildings up. One's a diamond. I'm not sure which one this is. Older building, large units. I think a lot of them are 60-meter units, and you'll oftentimes see them floating around the 30,000 baht mark. Good deal, good value. They have a really cool swimming pool that has a plexiglass side and a restaurant, so you can sit there and watch, people swimming. It kind of reminds me of one of those bars in Miami with the people swimming by the portholes and waving. It's kind of that situation. But check this area out. So 28, 30, 30 and a half, right in Phrom Phong. Now, we are kind of in between 2 BTS stations. From here, I would probably walk to the right, and I think it's at Soi 34 is Thong La BTS. To the left, it's at Soi 24. So you're almost right in the middle here. It's nice and quiet on these little dead-end roads, but if your goal is to be super, super close to the train, now this might be a consideration about this area. For me, it's not. I like to get my walks in and all, but if I were still working and hustling to the train every morning and coming home at set times, whether it was raining or not, it might be a problem. Me, I can pick my spots, I can wait for the rain to end, I can do what I want to do, plus walking to the train 12, 13 minutes is no big deal. I've just walked for 4.5 hours, so it's not really a problem for me. So thanks for checking this out, this little area. There'll be plenty more videos to come out exploring my city and bringing the camera along to maybe give you an idea of where you might want to start your hunt for a place to live and just what the neighborhoods look like. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you later.